My wife has been cheating on me for a year. I plan to divorce her as soon as our child is in childcare. 3 months ago, I just wanted to pause her music. That's it. She'd left her phone on the counter, some playlist running, and I reached over to hit pause before it woke the baby. The screen lit up mid-reach, and I saw the notification sitting right there. Can't wait for tonight. Been thinking about you all day. The name above it was her best friend, a guy I'd had beers with, a guy who sat at my dinner table and complimented my cooking, a guy I once helped move a couch up 3 flights of stairs because that's what you do for your wife's friends. I put the phone down, picked up my son who was chewing on my collar, completely unaware, finished the bedtime routine, sang the same song I always sing, waited until the house went quiet. Then I read everything. 6 months of messages. I sat on the bathroom floor with the door locked and went through every single thread. Photos, plans, pet names. There were conversations about me in there. Complaints, jokes at my expense. Whole threads where she described our life together like it was a prison sentence she was waiting out. I found the exact week it started. 3 months after our son was born. She'd told me she was going through something emotionally, that new motherhood was harder than she expected, that she just needed space and patience from me. I gave her both. She used them to drive 40 minutes across town. I wanted to walk out of that bathroom and end everything that night. I had the words ready. I rehearsed them standing over the sink, looking at myself in the mirror. But then I heard him shift in his crib through the baby monitor clipped to my shirt. That little sound, that half-awake shuffle he does before he settles back down, and I just stood there. I couldn't leave. Not yet. Not like this. Here's what nobody tells you about being betrayed by someone you built a life with. The anger is almost the easy part. The anger is clean. It makes sense. What's harder is sitting across from her at breakfast the next morning, watching her scroll her phone and understanding with complete clarity that the person you married is a stranger, and then cutting your son's banana into little pieces anyway because he's hungry and he needs you, and none of this is his fault. So I made a decision. I didn't confront her. I didn't give her the chance to gaslight me, delete evidence, or lawyer up before I was ready. Instead, I went back to her phone over the following 2 weeks, and I documented everything methodically. Screenshots with timestamps, a running log saved in a private folder. I forwarded key messages to an email address she doesn't know exists. I contacted a family lawyer for a consultation and said almost nothing to anyone else. Then I kept my head down and I became the most boring, stable, predictable version of myself I could manage. Came home on time, did the night feeds without being asked, took him to the park on Sundays. She probably thinks the distance between us is just the natural wear of new parenthood. She has no idea I've been watching her the way you watch something that's already over, just waiting for the calendar to catch up. He turns 2 in April. The kindergarten waitlist handled 8 months ago. The lawyer already has the file. The financial accounts? I've been quietly tracking every statement for the past year, because a man who sat on bathroom floors reading his wife's affair texts learns very quickly to think 3 steps ahead. She still goes out on Friday nights. I still say have fun. He and I order pizza and watch cartoons, and he falls asleep on my chest around 8 o'clock. Those are the nights I feel closest to something like peace. Just him and the sound of the TV and the weight of him breathing. I've cried about this. I won't pretend otherwise. Late nights when she's gone and the house is too quiet, and I realize I'm grieving something that probably died long before I found out. I grieve the version of my life I thought I was living. I grieve it in the dark, and then I wake up and make his breakfast, and I move forward. Because here is the one thing I know with complete certainty. She made her choices. Now I'm making mine. Quietly, carefully, with everything documented and nothing wasted. She thinks she's living with a man who doesn't know. She's actually living with a man who has been ready for a long time. April is 4 months away.